certainly. And the next presentation by your colleagues from Tsinghua and Peking University will talk also on this public diplomacy through one of the very even controversial, I guess, the topic of mask diplomacy and whether to wear mask or not, And so I would like to pass the floor to Professor Zhang again, and also Professor Jing Xu and Ms.
Okay, thank you, Professor Shen. Right, okay, thank you, Professor Shen. Yeah, I'm the last presenter. I'm Qiaolei Jiang from Tsinghua University, and my co-authors are Professor Jing Xu from Peking University and her PhD student, Shiyu Liu. So we call this collaboration as between Tsinghua and the Peking Universities as a TP-Link. So I'm sorry I changed the title. As you may expect, a comparative study for the mask wearing during the COVID-19 pandemic, but it's kind of a large project, so we haven't finished some data analysis. So today I only present only a small part of this project. So it's the Chinese story. So the title now is Let's Mask Together and Be Alright. So it's actually from the lyrics of the Bob Marley's song One Love. And we want to, based on our study, it's a public health social media campaign among Chinese fandom publics during the COVID-19 pandemic to show us wearing a mask during the COVID-19 pandemic actually become a quite context-sensitive issue. And it's through the case study, we can learn much more things. So as for our study, I just quickly to talk about the research background. I think previous presenters already talked quite enough about it. So the research background is the outbreak and spread of COVID-19 and the global fight against of the virus. But although it's wearing a mask are regarded as effective preventing measures for the transmission of the virus, but whether people choose to wear the mask or not, it's become a big issue and quite different in different social cultural contexts. So that's why we focus on these issues to mask or not to mask, and what are the factors related to this issue, and how it's if we look into this issue in different social contexts, what kind of information or more stories we can dig out. So just for this case study, we already done in Chinese context. We use the data from Sinan Weibo, and so basically, as for the research methods, we use social media analysis, which including topic identification, word cloud analysis, data mining, and some visualization techniques. So based on the data collection and analysis, we try to retrieve all the topics on Sinan Weibo, from the beginning of this year until late June, to find out all the topics related to face mask, and try to have an analysis to find out what are the topics and what are why Chinese people choose to wear the mask very quickly after the outbreak of the COVID-19. So since we're kind of run out of time, so I just quickly go through some interesting findings. We use the term mask, face mask, and N95 and this kind of different type of mask as the search words to find all the topics on Sina Weibo regarding face mask during the COVID-19 pandemic. As you can see, from the very beginning of this year, January the 1st, until late June. So this is the topics related to face mask. So the sharp peak happens on January 22nd. Is exactly the day after the interview on the television of Dr. Zhong Nanshan, who is a quite famous public health professional, and talk about the transmission of COVID-19. And it's like the virus can be transmitted between people, and wearing a mask can be an effective way to protect oneself and others. So that's why when we do the search of face mask, we can see the trend, and then gradually it becomes stable and not that many. So as we can see, it's like face mask become really hot topic on Sina Weibo, and there are a lot of specific topics regarding to wear a mask or not to wear a mask. And so we have a more detailed analysis of these topics, and we got the ranking of the highly discussed topics. So through the ranking, we find the most important topic is the so-called national mask campaign. So based on the content of public discussion on Sina Weibo regarding face mask, there are a lot of topics just like Twitter. So by using a hashtag, we can easily identify certain kind of content concerning a specific topic. So we have the ranking of the top 1,000 topics of face mask on Sina Weibo, and by comparing the topics in this 1,000 list, we found that the most popular or the most discussed topics was the national mask campaign. It was top the hot topic ranking, and with about more than 7 million times of discussion by late June, and which was more than a quarter of the total discussion about the top 1,000 topics. So therefore, the study took the topic national mask campaign as a case study to investigate this public health campaign on social media. As you can see, this is the word, so-called word cloud of the keywords regarding the national mask campaign on Sina Weibo. As you can see, there are some keywords like national mask campaign, fight against COVID-19, we are in action, and people united, come on, tide over difficulties together, etc. But besides this kind of expressions regarding COVID-19, it's interesting that we find there are some names of celebrities and some fan groups. For example, like Zhang Yixing, 1, 2, maybe 3 times somewhere, and Wang Zining, Zhao Liying, etc. Zhang Yixing's fans are enthusiastic about public welfare. So we notice celebrities play a quite important role as key opinion leaders in this public house campaign on social media, and the fans are mobilized and quite active to participate in this campaign. So we look into the top post regarding the topics on Sina Weibo, and you can see the top 10. Here I show the top 8, I guess, are all posted by popular stars in mainland China, like Didier Ba, Zhang Yixing, Yang Mi, etc. And based on data mining, we also try to find out who are the fandom publics. So their average age among like 22, and there are more females than males, and most of them are from like big cities like Beijing, Guangzhou, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Chongqing, etc. And as for their hobbies, they post on their social Weibo account. We can see that the majority is entertainment stars. So that's why we call them fandom publics. They are the fans of these like pop stars. But the second one is current events. So although they are fans of the stars, they are also very they pay close attention to the current events happening in China. For example, for the COVID-19 pandemic, to fight against the virus, they participate in this social media public house campaign. And just quickly to talk about this case study, we find like nowadays, like to fight this kind of pandemic, health information post online, especially in social media, become a quite influential ways for public health intervention. And the pop stars, especially in mainland China, they kind of become the key opinion leaders on social media in this kind of public health campaigns. And the fan publics are mobilized by the stars and by themselves. And during the pandemic, they show quite strong solidarity. And this kind of participation is like not only within the fandom, but like across to the general public. So that's what we find like is just part of the Chinese story why people choose to wear a mask. But we will continue to have like more follow-up study to compare why people in other social contexts they choose to wear a mask or choose not to wear a mask. So that's my sharing. In the end, I want to show the official lyrics of the Bob Marley's song "One Love, One Heart." So let's get together and feel all right, especially during this global pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Jiang. And I'm sure Sean Redmond will be very interested in the celebrities, his fandom, and the COVID-19 situation.